is wrong for a judge to be a referee and you award a penalty. This press statement addresses a case currently before the Federal Court, Abuja, filed by the National Forum of Former Legislators in Nigeria under the suit number FHC ABJ/CS/2637 2025. The claimant, who described himself as the National Forum of Former Legislators, commend this action by raising summons against three defendants: the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the African Democratic Congress, ADC. A critical issue arose early in the proceeding. The claimant has not sued as a cooperative trustee, which the African Democratic Congress, ADC, argued was legally defective. Justice Peter Odolifo overruled the objection and granted the claimant leave to amend their process to read incorporated trustee of the National Forum of Former Legislators. However, when the amended rejected summons was filed, the claimant went beyond the court permission. Without any further order, they added 4 new defendants: the Action Alliance, AA, the Action People's Party, APP, Accord Party, and Zenith Labour Party. Relief was sought against this party as well. The African Congress again objected, argued that this was irregular. Justice Peter Odolifo overruled the objection, holding that the matter is politically time-bound. Therefore, the usual rule of court must yield. All the newly joined defendants challenged this decision. They filed appeal, transmitted record, filed brief of argument, and applied for stay of proceeding. Justice Lifu refused stay of proceeding, describing the appeal as interlocutory. He noted that 30th day of May deadline for party primaries, which had even been set aside by a court of conduct jurisdiction, is fast approaching, and that the suit was filed in the interest of Nigerians, and the Supreme Court has encouraged trial court to deliver judgment expeditiously. He added that any dissatisfied party may appeal the final judgment. At that stage, I filed a motion to be joined as a party. The governor of Osun State, Dr. Adeleke, and 2 other persons filed application to join. We were subsequently named as the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th defendants. I presented my case before Justice Peter Lifu. I argued that this claimant cannot claim to speak on behalf of Nigerians when no Nigerian had donated that right to them. I made it clear that they did not speak for me. The judge had my submission but refused all applications for joinder. In his ruling, he stated that even if he was wrong, the remedy lies in the Court of Appeal. He effectively dismissed the standing of any objector while affirming that of the claimant, a group of former legislators who can neither vote nor be voted for, may continue to agitate for the right granted to them, which is acting, as far as I'm concerned, to a referee who awarded a penalty and at the same time gave a red card to the goalkeeper. I find this deeply troubling. How can a person who represented only Abia State, Nasarawa, or Ogoniland now claim to speak for all Nigerians? There is no evidence before the court that any Nigerian authorized them to do so. Yet the court accepted that proposition. Let me be clear about what is at stake. The claimant had 2 objectives. First, to prevent the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. 2, to prevent the election of Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State for his 2nd term. This, in my view, cannot be the interest of any Nigerian. We as a nation are already facing enormous challenges. The last thing we need a court from a court is not a court-driving crisis over the registration of 5 political parties. So close to an election, we now have a situation where an appeal has been filed, record transmitted with a stay of proceeding requested, yet the trial judge miraculously refused to pause, insisting on delivering a miraculous judgment like Peter did in the Bible on the 5th of June 2026. This judgment affair may plunge the country into another cycle of crisis. As far as I'm concerned, this could precipitate political insurrection that can make Nigeria ungovernable. I therefore call on the National Judicial Council to take immediate judicial notice of this proceeding. They must review every process file. Those pushing for the registration of these political parties are not pursuing democracy. They are democracy assassins. They are pursuing chaos. They want political insurrection that will topple the current administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu so that we will not be able to secure a second term. They are enemy of our democratic order. My plea to Honorable Justice Peter Odo-Lifu is this. Please, do not use your legitimate gun to kill the innocent. I beg you, in the name of God, as I go on my knee, save Nigeria. Justice Peter Lifu, save Nigeria. Save our country and save our democracy. Do not allow this country to be slapped into a kind of disorder we have seen elsewhere on the continent. We need peace. We need stability. We need order. Don't allow anybody to prevent Governor Ademola Adeleke from seeking second term in Osun State because you are not a politician. Don't allow unscrupulous Nigeria to defeat our democracy, thereby inciting Nigerians against the re-election of Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu for second term in office. Justice Peter Lifu, I beg you, don't use your legitimate gun to kill innocent Nigeria. Thank you and God bless. The court on Friday, is it yesterday now? Okay, Friday, that I said, you can't abridge people's rights. When they said submit name, the electoral said 20 days before election. Why you say 30 days? And, and that one has been set aside. So meaning that everybody that have been, maybe rigged out from one party or the other, you now have the freedom. You go to another party. That is what the section 40 of the Constitution says. That every Nigeria has an inalienable right to belong to any association of their choice, and you can also leave. So if any act or any law contradict that section of the Constitution, to the extent of inconsistency, such shall be set aside. That's what the Constitution says in section 1, sub 3. So any law made by anybody, whether national, state, or local government, or any edit or whatsoever, once it contradicts constitutional provision, it will be set aside. Like INEC saying, once we are in this party, they just want to harvest us like chicken. They put us in one cage. They say you can't go to another party until 2031. That is an infringement on your right, freedom of movement, freedom of association. And the Constitution says, our Constitution is supreme, is the ground norm of any other.
That means you back the recent court.
Yes, of course. Even I even instituted one again. I saw the 360 out of rep, and then now one as senator. The matter is coming up on the May 5. I took them to court, especially on the issue of forgery. Section 1.
But INEC has appealed that same case. I'm sure you're aware.
Which one?
The recent one.
No, the one of yesterday.
Yes.
No, they can't appeal until Monday. Now, no, we will meet them. They should come and tell us their interest. If INEC is appealing, because let me tell you the essence of that judgment. The court is saying that your rule, your INEC rule cannot supersede electoral act. Likewise, electoral cannot supersede constitution of Nigeria. That is the way it is built. Because electoral is a creation of constitution of Nigeria. Meanwhile, the INEC regulation is a creation of the electoral act also. I get me? So 1, 2, 3. 3 cannot override two. Two cannot override one.
Okay, so your demand now, briefly.
Yeah, was that certain organization named National Forum of Former Legislators. They went to court to seek the registration of African Democratic Congress. But they sue in the wrong name called National Forum of Legislators. But the rule of court only permitted trustees of that body to fight the suit. So they went by way of originating someone instead of the writ of someone, because they claim they are filing the suit on behalf of Nigerians. And when you need that, you needed to call those people you are suing on behalf. That's what they call writ of summons. They have to call some people from the northeast, like, oh, we donated our right to this body. So ADC challenged that, oh, my lord, they cannot come and sue in the name of National Forum of Former Legislators. Therefore, that matter be struck out. Justice Lifu did not listen, to ADC. He rather now enjoined the plaintiff, please go and amend your legislative process with the name, trustee, the corporate trustee of the National Forum of Former Legislators. The matter was adjourned. The people went only for them to come back. The order to come was that go and amend your name. When they came back, they now included Action Alliance, they included Zen Labour Party, they included Accord, they included the APP. That they register all the 5 political parties. They were even now seeking relief against those political parties. So the judge directed that they should go and serve them. After serving these political parties, that was when I also got to know, as an interested Nigerian, the party came before the court and now challenged the jurisdiction of the court that in the first instance, these people filed this, originally someone bear a wrong name. You ask them to go and amend the name from National Forum of, National Forum of Former Legislator. You ask them to amend the name to the corporate trustee of National Forum of Former Legislator. Where is the order that gave them the right to now include other political parties? It was not before the court as I speak. Justice Peter Lifu overruled all of them. I was in the court as at that time. He overruled everybody. He and the lawyer to the plaintiff are just the one, promoting the proceeding in the court. Even to the extent that on 4 occasions, Peter Lifu was even raising abusive language against the politician. That, the bar and the bench, let us be careful of politicians. They are the one causing problem between us. I was just surprised. If politicians don't bring matter to court, he will be in his village. Because it is most of the time political matters, you see the court, being engulfed with years and over, whether pre or post-election matter. When that one was not enough, okay, those parties now file an appeal against the judgment, because when the people came, the court granted you leave to change your name from National Forum to the Incorporated Trustee. There was no leave of court for you to now include other parties. They went to Court of Appeal, they filed an appeal, they transmitted record, they filed motion for stay, they gave them appeal number in the Court of Appeal. Behold, a miracle judgment happened in our presence. Justice Lifu overruled and said it was an interlocutory appeal, and that he had the backing of the Supreme Court to continue with the matter because it is time bound. And the question we raise, who is time bound by who? The incorporated trustee of National Forum of Legislators, they cannot vote and they cannot be voted for. They did not exhibit their membership card that the remaining of us exhibited. They have never voted. They were given back to in 2025. This incorporated trustee, they were established under the command law in 2025. They are complaining about the election of 2023. These are some of the things we challenge, that how could a child come into the public to say, oh, I want to give the story of how my grandma gave birth to my father. They will know that something is wrong with that child. It is not possible. This was what the miracle that happened. And the people were just rushing with the speed of light. He said he want to deliver judgment. Some senior advocate and other learned lawyer asked him, Why this rush? He said he must deliver judgment, and those who are not happy with the judgment should go to court of appeal. Now the question is this: the people are challenging that those parties did not meet the requirement of 25% in 2/3 of Nigeria. Those are the people that came into existence in 2025. They were not even part and parcel of those of us that took part in that election. Your level didn't want to see receive with anybody. He was not bent, particularly about Osun State, because I filed as a joiner that I intend under my right, freedom of association, section 40, to join any party of my choice. I was insulted in that court. Do I have money to pursue my ambition? I don't know what is the business of anybody to tell me whether I have money to go for governorship or not. Because we have seen public officers retiring and they will say they want to run for governor. Where did they see the money? Some of us that are even there, it is not the business of anybody. Even the lawyer to the plaintiff were insulting me in the court that I'm just a mere interloper, medicine interloper. That was a lawyer fighting the cause to plunge Nigeria into crisis. And what Judge Peter Lifu tried to do was that he now moderated everything, denied all application for joinder for 5 hours. As if to say they were trying to coup plotters for 5 hours. He made sure he determined all application, he now adjourned for judgment for June 5, thinking that May 30 will have passed, Governor Adeleke will have been thrown above. But thank God, the new government that came yesterday has extended that time. But ab initio, we need just to make this, this very straight to the Nigerian public. It is wrong for a judge to be a referee, and you award a penalty